to get stripped out in the Senate, because what they told us all week long is the Senate does not have the votes to pass a ban on a central bank digital currency. So I want to lay this out straight for you all. You never thought in your lifetime that the government would shut you down, would close your churches, would close your schools, would close your business. And that happened only a few years ago. But what is happening today is the groundwork is being laid, and it's all in the name of cryptocurrency and stable coins. But it is the entire regulatory process to switch us from cash to a cashless society to digital currency that can be controlled by the federal government. And there will be no ban on a central bank digital currency. There will be no way to protect your ability to fully control your digital currency in the future. And I'm voting no to this today. I don't know if there'll be any other no votes.
This was on the 17th. All right, it was on his desk and it was passed on the 18th.
Republican side, but I'm voting no to this because I'm a Christian and I've read the Bible and I believe what Revelations 13, 16 through 17 says.
Did you hear that? Listen again.
And I've read the Bible and I believe what Revelations 13, 16 through 17 says. And I just cannot vote for a future system that will do that.
Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, of whom I learn from each and every day. Healthy shalom to the brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. I'm going to try to make this quick, but look, I just came off of watching Elder Yashawampa's video that, he does the news and prophecies, which a lot of us do. Right, but he does the new, the names of his videos, news and prophecies. Anyhow, it was absolutely excellent, and it's becoming more and more and more and more clear that the MOT to the B is in fact the C-HIP. And look, this beast is voting and putting this, this into play because of what the prophecies said that it was going to happen, and it's going to happen. This is the book of Revelation 13 and verse 11. Because I got a clip I wanted to play out of the video that you got to, hey, look, you got to watch that video. You got to watch that video that the Elder Yashawamba, his page is Remnant Saved. I think it's Remnant Saved Ba. All right? You have got to watch that video, man, because he went all the way in, and let's see, the elder, the head of the North Carolina camp, Great Millstone, North Carolina camp, upon precepts, he went into the brother Ariala, out of the Dallas camp. He went in too. All right, so we're going to read this. It's Revelation 13, verse 11. And behold, another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And that's exactly what you see going on. You had the likes of Nero, aka DJ Trump, ran his campaign on, no, we're going to vote against the CBDCs. We're going to vote against, the digital dollar and all that, blah, blah, blah. But hey, he spake as a dragon. All right. Those two horns like a lamb, right? Democrats and Republicans, two wings of the same eagle, as the elder said, right? So let's continue going here. All right. Verse 12, and he exercises all power of the first beast before him. All right. And what is that going into? Look, America is in fact Rome 2.0. It's the same damn thing, the same system and the same people. If you can receive that, it's the same exact same people. Okay. And he exercised all the power of the first beast, before him, and causeth the earth and them to dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Rome. Okay? Please excuse me. I'm at the plantation, but let's continue on here. What a hell of a video he put together. Oh my goodness, man. This is prophecies, and if you can't see it, you can't see it. All right? That means Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has blinded your ass. Straight up. All right, verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven. And that has happened. He's done that. Which a little boy and fat man. Okay? ICBM missiles, all that. Even laser guided weapons, and all that shit, man. Bunker busters. Anyhow, okay, this is very, very, very interesting, and he causes and he does great wonders so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, and no IUIC, it is any image of Cesare, man. That's just bugged out. Okay, totally bugged out. It's not that. All right. It's in the sight of the beast, so image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. That is Babylon. That's America. See? Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the beast, the image of the beast, should be killed. See that? Okay? Let's just keep reading, man, because this is really the whole meat of this lesson right here. It's the MOT to the B. It's coming, all right? And right in front of our eyes, it's being voted in right now, and this is all prophecies. It's all prophecy. The prophecies are going to fix everything. Verse 16, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in the right hand or in their foreheads. You see? All right, and what you getting ready to hear this guy say, when I play this clip, is look, they're voting all this in, and it's already been written. They're voting all this in, which is what is that? The stable coin. They call it stable coin. All right, the Genius Act, the big beautiful bill. It all works in conjunction to bring the MAR to the K to the forefront, man. All right, hey, and look, here's the thing. The groundwork has already been laid. The infrastructure is already there. It's already there, and it's been there for quite a while. Okay? Why do you think these Edomites are hurrying up and trying to do shit? All right? Why do you think they hurrying up and getting real fast and and getting more more deceiving and all that? See, the elect, the hopeful elect can see right through exactly what he's doing. Why? Because we stay occupied in prophecies. The book of Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 1. Okay, we can clearly see what's happening. All right, and again, you got these other camps that now they slipping in there. Oh, there could be a C hip, whatever. And he calls us all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17. All right, Slakia. Ear hustling over there. I see you. Anyhow, and that no man might buy or sell. So the elder went into it deep. But if you go into this stable coin, okay, and how they have these they call them oracles, okay, and they can program these oracles. Basically, the oracles would be like the police of how the stable coin is being used or whatever. So, in other words, they can just cut your ass off, all right? And if it's not being used, for the purposes that they have in mind or whatever, then, again, they'll just cut it off, all right? And there has to be some, how do you say it? There has to be some kind of medium, if you will, some kind of delivery system or storage system that's going to cause this stable coin to work, to even work with the infrastructure, with this beast system. All right, and that in fact is it's the C hip. Excuse me, it's plain to see it. All right, to receive a mark, right? The MARK, I said it. Verse 17, that no man might buy or sell, save he had the MARK, the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, let's go into this. All right. Yeah, I might as well just read it. Let me go ahead and read verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and that man is Esau, Edom. All right. That's the devil. That's the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right. That's why he's going. He's going to come in like a flood, because he knows he had but a short time. That's what the scripture said. It's prophesied that this is going to happen. All right. Let him have understanding and count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 600, 66. That one score is 20, so that equals 6. Now, again, the elder was going in, and he's talking about on the 18th. I typed this in too, and it just sort of happened to pop up, and I thought it was very interesting. All right. And that number 18, I thought it was extremely interesting when I saw, what he was going into and how they had voted this in on the 18th. All right. It's it's not a coincidence. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is what? It's 18. Okay. And that's the number of the man. That's why I read that. See, let's go here. The 18th Amendment to the United States Constitution. The 18th Amendment. See, we see them Roman numerals. Anyhow, to the United States Constitution establishes the prohibition of alcohol in the United States of America, right? The amendment was proposed by Congress on December the 18th. You can't make that up, all right? You can't make it up. December the 18th, 1917, and ratified by the requisite number of states on January 16th, 1919, all right? The 18th Amendment was replaced by the 21st Amendment on December 5th, 1933. 33 is another one of their big numbers. If you know, you already know. All right. Make it the only constitutional amendment in America history to be repealed. All right. So I thought that was interesting that it was, that the 18th Amendment was signed on the 18th. You can't make this up. Let's go here. What is a stable coin? A stable coin. Stable coin are a type of cryptocurrency, right? It's a type of cryptocurrency which value is pegged to another asset such as fiat currency or gold, right? Which is not going to be tied to gold. That was done away with by one of them damn presidents. I believe it was in 1971. All right, and that was the beginning of pushing the system towards the Novus Ordo Seclorum. It's right there on a damn dollar bill. A new age. It's right there. I don't see how you can't see it, but it is what it is. Anyhow, fiat currency or gold to maintain a stable price. What to maintain a stable price? Now, they're saying that the dollar's going to crash and all that, blah, 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 or whatever. And the dollar's worth what? 10 cents on the dollar since 1971. All right. So really every dollar you spend is nothing but 10 cents. That's all it is. All right. They strive to provide an alternative to the high validity of popular cryptocurrencies, making them potentially more suitable for common transactions. You see, this is what's coming. This is exactly what's coming. Stablecoin can be utilized in various blockchain based financial services and can even be used to pay for goods and services. And that's what it's going to be. To pay for goods and services. And if you're not locked into this system, it's going to be extra bad for you. You see? But what do you have to do to be locked into the system to have some sense of normalcy? You got to take that C-hip. You see what I'm saying? Okay? And that shit, I ain't taking that shit. They can kiss my ass all the way with that. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, if you take that, you through already, you done. All right? That's why the scripture said the just shall live by faith. Anyhow, that reminds me also in the lesson they were going into how it's how the stable coin it's not like a government backed money. They just the ones that's going to be controlling it. All right. It's corporate. And you have to DJ Trump, aka Nero, man, surrounded himself with the swamp, with the deep state. He is the deep state. You see, he surrounded himself by technocrats, and it's easy to see it. All right, I need to go ahead and play that video for you. Anyhow, although the term stablecoin is commonly used, there is no guarantee that the asset will maintain a stable value in relation to the value of the reference asset, which traded on secondary markets. See? Or that reserve of assets, if there is one, be equate to satisfy all redemptions. Okay, so that's very interesting. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and play this, and this reminded me of another thing too. I'm gonna play it right here in a minute, but it reminded me of another thing. When he said that number 18, yeah, I'm interested, sort of interested in that. And I thought that was very interesting. Now, Esau Edom came up with this magic number 18 to symbolize when somebody is an adult. All right, that's another number he came up with, 18. It just magically, it could have been anything. Could have been 19, 21. All right, but we know in the scriptures, Yahushua, which is our big brother, the chief cornerstone. He was came of age at 12 years old. You see, and even with the women, the weaker vessel, they come in the age when they receive their flower, man. Okay, I'm just saying, 12 is a sacred number in the scriptures. 12 tribes worldwide. Salakia, I had to say it. All right, anyhow, let me go ahead and play this.
All right, this is GMS All Precepts. Subscribe and be edified. Remember, Great Millstone warned you about the MOTB first.
We were all distracted with the Epstein list and all the drama between Mr. Golden Dawn and Chip in the Brain and wars and rumors of wars. We can see that the Mark of the Beast Infrastructure Act has been passed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I say Mark of the Beast Infrastructure Act? I meant the Genius Act. As we can see right here, House passes Stablecoin Genius Act. Short little summary right here is the House approved legislation to regulate stablecoins Thursday and later approved 2 other crypto bills. Well, now for those wondering, what does this mean? Well, it shows that we are one step closer to the Great Tribulation with the Mark of the Beast and a complete surveillance enslavement state. So we can see right here from this article, the Senate just passed the Genius Act, CBDCs in sheep's clothing. Now I will go ahead and read some of this article for you guys right here. So on June 18th, while the country was distracted with headlines about Mr. Golden Dawn and Iran, the U.S. Senate quietly advanced the Genius Act, a bill designed to, quote, legitimize, unquote, stablecoins. But in reality, it paves the way for a permissioned, surveilled, and tightly controlled digital currency regime. Now, apparently, according to this author, they predicted this back in their own piece titled The Great CBDC Bait and Switch. We warned the stablecoins would be used as a Trojan horse to usher in the exact same kind of financial surveillance grid promised by central bank digital currencies, which is CBDCs. My goodness, who could have saw this coming? I don't know. Now let's continue with this article. Framed as a regulatory win for innovation, the Genius Act, or what I like to call it, the Mark of the Beast Act, does far more than set rules. It effectively mandates that all legal stablecoins will fully be backed, regulated, audited, and integrated into the surveillance machinery of the U.S. state. Wow, lovely. Only permitted payment stablecoin issuers may operate, and those issuers must comply with extensive oversight under the Bank Secretary Act, including KYC, AML, and sanctions enforcement. In other words, no privacy, no independence, and no dissent. Well, of course, what did these crypto bros think the government was going to do once they got their hands into cryptocurrency? Well, let's continue. The act even instructs the Treasury Department to evaluate new financial surveillance tech, including, oh, look at that, AI-powered monitoring systems and blockchain analysis tools. These technologies, we're told, will help, quote, assess privacy risks, as if privacy itself is the threat. And as he continues to say, let's be honest about what really is going on, a nationalized control grid disguised as modernization. Oh yeah, this is
the Tower of Babel. Okay.
System. Now, the old CBDC fear, it just got a fresh coat of paint and a bipartisan smile. Republicans and Democrats alike are pushing the Genius Act. I wonder why. Pretending it's a win for decentralization. But these stablecoins aren't free market crypto. They're government approved. No duh. Heavily surveilled and programmable currencies that can be frozen, tracked, and weaponized at any moment. Now, I'm sure in the future there will be a mark that you must take to be able to use this stablecoin, or you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade without the mark. And what do I know? Now it's happening. The same regime that dropped the CTR threshold to $200 in border towns, surveilling people for withdrawing petty cash, will absolutely leverage these new rules to micro-track every digital transaction. Don't say. We'll add that to the list of Orwellian end times measures that this regime has implemented, as we saw the passing of the Big Brother bill. The Big Beautiful bill on July 4th, which was just a big bill building a big police state. Say that 10 times fast. Where that mega bill expanded the biometric surveillance state. Now, let's be honest, guys. This should not be a surprise to anybody who has been paying attention that this right here is the end goal. Now, this being said, it is just another box being checked to the long list of Bible prophecy that we are witnessing unfold right in front.
Yep, now everybody's seeing it.
All right. So, yeah, you saw that right there, right? And I believe I'm going to go ahead and put the other clip in Genesis, in the beginning of this epistle right here. All right. So it reminded me of something else. The elder was going into how these private companies are going to be the ones who basically own all the money. See that beast system, right? Well, I noticed something that was a whole lot funny. And Salaki, I hope you can hear me. I'm in the truck. It's hot as hell, man. No pun intended. Salakia. But during this 250th Military Day Parade, which basically was a goddamn rock concert on Trump's birthday, man. That's all it was. It was a damn birthday party. But I noticed a couple things because I watched some of it. The shit was corny. It was an Edomite style, right? But I noticed that every now and then they would say, sponsored by so-and-so or UNICEF or, one of these damn Edomite Fortune 500 companies. I'm like, what? Well, wait a minute. How are these companies sponsoring a Military Day Parade? I thought that was all federal. I thought that was all, consolidated into, America. You know what I'm trying to say. Salakia not conveying it correctly. So I typed this in. All right, it's 250th Military Day Parade or whatever. So what does this say? It says America 250 announces new sponsors. New sponsors? What in the world is going on here? And if you look at that symbol, I see 3 6s right there. You see it? There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. That's crazy, man. Wow. Decline them cookies. I don't want no cookies. Anyhow, announces new sponsors championing historic celebrations and events as momentum builds for the 250 country's 250th anniversary. Ain't that some shit? And it's supposed to be the Army anniversary. Look at this. Look at this. America 250 announced today new landmark corporate commodities. Wait, whatever. Communities. Man, damn it, Salakia. Let's get that word. Why can't I read that word? That's crazy. Yeah. What's the meaning?
Commitment. Damn. Why could I not? I got tongue tied on that one. Salakia. Anyway, the state of quality of being dedicated to cause and activity. All right. So it's a commitment. Let's go back. Commitment from a host of leading American companies, including Oracle, Lockheed Martin, which is Lockheed Martin. They make like the military jets and shit, like the F-22s and stuff like that. Even military grade stuff, man. Real expensive shit. $100 million airplanes, shit like that. Anyhow, overall mission, a UFC, right? Because Trump likes UFC. I mean, I like UFC too, but I'm just saying. UFC, Coinbase. You see this? What? Coinbase. All right. Palantir, whatever the hell. All right, Amazon, Extra, Scott's Miracle Grow, damn. Oh man, and FedEx. So yeah, there were sponsors. What does that tell you? See, all this is prophecies. Let's go to the book of Sirach 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. And that's exactly what you see. There's a lot of prophecies popping off the pages right in front of us. All right, this is crazy. All right, it's a commitment. Salakia. Oh boy. At what age is someone considered a legal adult in the United States? And I believe it's 18 years old. Let's see. Being a legal adult under 21 does not give one rights. Typically, here it is. The age at which one is considered a legal adult in the United States is typically 18. So again, where the hell they just come up with that? Where'd they come that? This place is, it's the man Babylon. Claim to be brought up or created on Christian principles, and they don't do nothing in the scriptures. They're clean contrary to the Bible, and that's that. All right. So this is this is going to be entitled "All Roads Lead to the MOTB," and hopefully it was edifying, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.